Welcome to Early Years Matters TV.
Today I'm going to be talking about inclusion in early childhood settings. Today's discussion is going to be all about inclusion. To start by defining inclusion. What is the meaning of inclusion? Inclusion in the area of early childhood setting is a process whereby the curriculum or the environment in early childhood setting is welcoming and encourage each child to learn and grow. Okay, so I would like you to know that we are in the 21st century. Okay, as we're in the 21st century and moving beyond 21st century, we have children represented in early childhood settings from different backgrounds. We have children that have different needs, okay, with children with additional needs, okay, with children that comes from diverse, that have different strengths. Important that early childhood settings reflect these children in their curriculum. Okay, so it is important that in the area of early childhood settings, when curriculum are being mapped out or curriculum are being put in place, it is important that this curriculum take note of the children in the setting. Okay, this is where inclusion comes to be discussing ways in which the early childhood settings could promote inclusion. Okay, first way to go about promoting inclusion is be welcoming. Okay, I'm going to encourage every childhood setting to be welcoming to parents, welcoming to children. Okay, the environment in the area of early childhood settings must be welcoming to all. Okay, because we're talking about inclusion. One of the ways in which inclusion could be represented in the area of early childhood setting is the environment should be welcoming, okay, for every child to learn and grow. The environment should be welcoming for parents as well. This is important. And I'll also talk about the physical environment. Okay, the physical environment in the area of early childhood setting must promote inclusive environment in terms of resources and materials. Okay, this is the question you need to ponder on and think about. Is your early childhood settings promoting inclusion in terms of resources, in terms of materials? Okay, do you have resources in your settings? Do you have materials in your settings that reflect children that are coming to your settings, or that reflect children that are in your settings? Okay, this is really important. In order for you to promote inclusion in the area of early childhood, you have to make sure that the resources and the materials that you provide for young children reflect those children in your setting. Okay, so I would cite an example. You could have, like, for example, you could have, you could have words that represent each child in your setting. You could have words such as good morning in different languages, which represent the children that are coming to your setting. Okay, and you could paste these languages all over the world, that when the children come in the morning, they can see this, and you're promoting inclusion. Okay, you're reflecting on children's identity. Okay, and in return, you're promoting inclusion in your setting. So I'll also talk about your environment as well, the layout of your room. Okay, in your early childhood setting, layout in your room encourages each child to learn and grow together. Okay, do you have enough space to occupy each child in your room? Do you have enough space for children with additional needs? For example, if you have a child on wheelchair, how is your room laid out to be able to accommodate this child to learn to grow? So this is important in relation to promoting inclusion in early childhood setting. You need to consider your physical layout. Okay, the layout, that the resources and materials that you provide for this student, does the resources and materials reflect the children that are coming into your setting? Give you a few examples. Okay, do you have paint in your setting that represents different colors? Do you have books that talks about children with additional needs? Do you have books that talks about different countries? So you need to start thinking about this in relation to promoting inclusion. Okay, you need to make sure that your physical environment, okay, promote inclusion. Okay, is your environment friendly? Okay, is your environment conducive for each child to learn and grow? These are the questions that you need to ponder on in relation to promoting inclusion. Is use a strength-based approach. Okay, in relation to promoting inclusion, you need to use a strength-based approach. Coming into your setting, you know their strengths, and it is important in relation to promoting inclusion. You need to use their strength. Okay, use their strength to encourage them to learn and grow. I'm going to cite an example. Okay, for example, if you have a child in your setting that loves to play with Lego, and this child has a speech delay, okay, language difficulty, okay, you could pair this child with other children that are very good in terms of using words. Okay, when this child is playing with the Legos, okay, and these children could be able to discuss around the Lego with this child, helping the child to learn about using words. This is where scaffolding comes in. Okay, so in the area of promoting inclusion in early childhood setting, you need to use a strength-based approach. Consider the children's strengths in these children, okay, and use this to map out curriculum to be able to support these children to learn and grow together. Take note of this second point as well. All right, the third points that I'm going to say is you need to collaborate with parents, okay? It's been proven by research that parent knows their children best, okay? Parents are the first and the primary caregiver of their children. Promoting inclusion, you need to consult with parents, okay? Consult with parents in relation to what their children likes, in relation to their children needs, in relation to their children's strengths, and in return, you as the early childhood educator or your setting will be able to map out curriculum that supports children needs, okay? So it's important, if you want to promote inclusion in your setting, you need to collaborate with parents. You can't be inclusive without involving parents, okay? The role of parents is crucial in children's early childhood education. So in order to promote inclusion, you need to collaborate with parent opinions, okay? Ask for advice from parents in relation to how their children learn and grow, okay? And not just one thing I'm going to say to you is not just asking for parents' idea for the purpose of just, okay, seeking for their ideas, okay? You need to take into considerations this advice that a parent has given unto you, okay? So you need to take into consideration what you discuss with parents, okay? So when you are putting your curriculum together, this is going to help inform your curriculum, okay? Because you've asked the parent earlier before you put plan in place in your curriculum. So it's important in relation to promoting inclusion in the area of early childhood. You need to collaborate with parents. You need to discuss with parents. This is where partnership with parents come children best, and they'll be able to tell you more about this student, which will inform in your curriculum, all right? Take note of this. In relation to promoting inclusion in early childhood settings, you need to partner with professionals, okay? You would actually have to partner with professional, okay? Because this professional, they will be able to support you in relation to meeting children's needs and development, okay? You would have some children come into your setting that has speech delay, that has challenges in times of hearing, okay? And this children goes to professional, and it's important that you collaborate with these people as well. You engage in them because they'll be able to offer support to you in relation to how you could support children in your setting. So in relation to promoting inclusion in early childhood, you need to consult with professional, you need to collaborate with professional. These are the professionals that these children are working with, and you have to consult with them in relation to, okay, what are the things that they are doing with the children, and how can you as the early years educator support children further, okay? How can you that have listed in relation to promoting inclusion in the area of early childhood? And thank you so much for watching, and do have a lovely day.